Hey, Thomas here, and I have an awesome video for you today. I know in a lot of our workouts, we have pull-ups and pull-up exercises, and one of the questions we get is, how do I get my very first pull-up? So if you're in the position where you want to get your very first pull-up, or you just want to improve your pull-up strength, so you want to be able to get more pull-ups, more reps, then these 4 steps and these 4 exercises you're going to see in this video are going to help tremendously with this. And actually, we have guys who just followed these 4 steps and these 4 exercises, and they got their very first pull-up. They also increased their pull-up strength. So a lot of great results just from these 4 things. So make sure to watch this video. And this is specifically just covering the pull-up. If you want more body weight exercises, you want to be able to sculpt and tone your entire body in home, there's a program from the Barr Brothers. If you haven't heard about the Barr Brothers, very inspirational guys. They're famous for their calisthenics works and their exercises and the bodies they've been able to sculpt with them and their clients just by using bar and bodyweight exercises. So you can check out their program down below by clicking the button, watch their inspirational story, and learn more about their 12-week in-home calisthenics program. Now let's jump into the 4 steps and 4 exercises to get your very first pull-up.
Okay, the first exercise is scapula pulls. And what this is going to do, because when doing the pull-up, we want to engage the shoulders and put them in the right position before we begin the pull-up. So a lot of times you'll be hanging on a bar here and then you just can't even get to that point to pull yourself up. That's because we need to develop the strength here, specifically in our shoulders and our scapulas, to pull back into this position and then go into the pull-up. So what I'm going to show with you here with Jonathan, he has his shirt off so we can show you exactly what the scapula pull is going to look like. There he is there, Mr. Fabio with his shirt off. So just to show you what I'm talking about here, the scapula pull is going to be, you're going to be hanging loose here. Notice his shoulders are not engaged, and then he is going to pull his shoulder blades back and down. See that? And you see that pinch right there? So he's loosening, pull down. That's all we're doing here. We want to engage those shoulder blades, engage those scapulas, and that's all we're going to do for the first exercise. Now you can do it in this inverted position that Jonathan's doing here on a small rail, or you can do it on the higher pull-up bar like I'm going to be showing you here in just a second. So we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 scapula pulls there, just focusing on engaging those shoulders. Now I want to give credit to the guy who actually showed this to me. His name's Mark Tucker, subscriber on the channel. Also, he's in our Get Fit Challenge. So I want to thank you, Mark, for giving me that information on the scapula pull and really engaging the shoulders for the pull-up. So that's why it's good to share your information in the comments, because we read them and we'll share them if they're really good tips. So thanks again, Mark, for sharing that with me, and I'd love to hear more information from you in the future as well. The second exercise is the inverted row. Now this is a perfect exercise to use, if you're not able to do your pull-up on a straight bar above your head. This is an easier way that you can start off with lighter resistance. So what you're going to do is find a bar that's a little bit lower. You can use a bar that's on a squat rack that's lower like this, or handrails. I'm just using a bar from here. And what we're going to do is put our feet out in front of us, and it's important that we use good technique with this. So you're going to put your feet out in front of you. Arms are going to be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We want to tighten the glutes and tighten the core so that way our body is rigid. And what we're going to do is engage the shoulders with that scapula pull, and then we're going to lift, carrying with our chest towards the bar all the way up, and then slowly down, and then repeat. So that's simple. We're going to do, again, the same amount of sets and reps, 3 sets with the rep count from 8 to 10 rep range. Now these 2 exercises, particularly the scapula pull and the inverted row, are very important, especially at these early stages of getting your pull-up strength, because one, it's going to be a much safer way to develop that strength in the back and the shoulders. You're going to develop those good technique points, again, really engaging those shoulders, because we're really going to be developing the form on these 2 exercises. And once we reach those, good solid 8 to 10 reps where you can do these, you're going to be perfectly set up for these next exercises. Now this third exercise, we're going to be using gravity to help assist us on getting our first pull-up. Now the cool thing about this exercise is we're going to be using 2 different contractions. We're going to be using isometric, which is we're going to be holding in an isometric contraction for about 3 to 5 seconds. Then we're going to be forming an eccentric contraction. That's lowering down slowly. And what this allows us to do is safely build up the strength for our pull-up. Also allows us to get more time under tension, which is going to help develop more strength. and this is just a great one to get our first pull-up. So we're gonna hop up in that first hold. I'm using a pole here to help assist me. You can use a chair. You're gonna get up in this full position here. You're gonna hold for 3 to 5 seconds here. And then you're going to slowly lower down, as slow as possible here. Once you reach the bottom, you're gonna repeat. Hop up in the position, hold the contraction for 3 to 5 seconds, and then slowly lower down. Again, we're gonna be performing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps on this one as well. All right, now we're actually gonna be performing a full pull-up. We're just gonna be using assistance with our leg. So you can use a chair if you have, a good in-home setup. I'm using a pole here. We're gonna lift up and just use this leg as light assistance. So the key thing is you wanna use your upper body as much as possible and just have this leg here for assistance to help you when you need it. So we're gonna lift up nice and slow and controlled using that Foreman technique, and then slowly lower down. And repeat. And then as you start to improve, use less and less resistance with the foot here to where you can finally, like if you see here, I'm just barely have my foot on the pole here. It can even slide. And then we're gonna go up and down to where you can get it, where you don't even need the assistance. Okay, so again, we're gonna be using the assistance here for a set of 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. All right, so those are the 4 bodyweight exercises you can start doing right now to get your very first pull-up. And I'm telling you, you start engaging those shoulders with those scapular pull-ups, you get that down, you get your inverted row, and then you start working your way into those eccentric contractions, and then the assisted pull-ups, you're gonna get your first pull-up.
All right, so awesome for watching that video. If you watched to the end, congratulations. Remember to use those 4 steps and really in those 4 exercises, and you're gonna see some great results. Like I talked about earlier, a lot of people have already seen great results, gotten their first pull-up just by implementing these steps. So do this, use those technique points, and then don't forget, if you want a 12-week in-home program, I think one of the best out there for bodyweight exercises and calisthenics, check out the Bar Brothers program down below. You can click the button below and watch their video over their program and their inspirational story as well. So as always, train safe, and I'll see you in the next video and the next email.